Child's Play, a play by Zach Hall. Dimitri stands stage left at the door to his grandfather's little house. The roof is shingled brown, vines grow stage right behind him of a brick wall. The door to Newman's house is an empty archway. The stage is occupied mainly by the living room of the house just inside the door. There is a massive built-in library upstage. An archway up right leads to the backyard that is offstage. There is one more archway for a door upstage left of the library wall that leads to the kitchen. A metal spiral, filigree staircase down right that leads upstairs is not visible. The ground is littered with toys, and emerging from center stage is a medium-sized table with a bunch of manuscripts galore. Red pens, black pens, pencils, a yellow legal pad, a to-go mug, and a letter opener. Dimitri steps forward downstage as spotlight illuminates his figure. Lights up. Children's laughter can be heard.
Nunu? Nunu, come to the door.
He rings the doorbell.
Come to the door, Nunu.
Come upstairs.
Coming!
Nunu, open the door.
I'm on my way.
Nunu, open the door.
Jesus, what's the matter with you? I'm moving as fast as I can.
Opening the door.
What's so important I had to break my ankles coming to the door?
Are you perverted?
Lower your voice.
You molested her.
Oh, Jesus, Dimitri. Have you lost your mind? Are you on drugs?
I'm clean. I've been clean for 2 years. Right now, I've never been clearer of mind and body. Answer me, Nunu. Did you touch her?
Dimitri, how could you accuse me of something like that? You think I'm the kind of man who drives around in a van with purple pleated seats and tinted windows, snatching up kids? I don't own a van. I own a station wagon. This is a station wagon that would drive you to baseball games. Crazy amounts of baseball games. I remember when you were a kid, and we would go to a Sox game, you were expecting to catch a fly ball. You honestly believed you were entitled to a pop fly. By the third inning, you threw your glove onto the field because you were so impatient.
Did you touch her?
Dimitri.
Just tell me.
Of course. I've kissed her and held her hand. For God's sake, I changed her diapers.
Laura told me it was a little more than the way a child is supposed to be touched.
I'm sure Laura has told you some wild story. Go into your mind and look into the past, and was there anything out of the ordinary? Your parents trusted me to look after you two when they needed a night alone or working late. You think it wasn't hard looking after you two? I did it because I love your mother, and since your grandmother died long ago, I've been lonely. You kids let me forget. Dimitri, don't ruin the past. Don't ruin the memories.
I don't know what I remember.
If your memory isn't good, then how could hers be better?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let me put on some tea.
Newman exits into the kitchen.
Wait,
Appearing in the doorway to the yard, Laura looks in on Dimitri.
Making tea.
Shut up.
What?
Nothing.
Laura pushes a manuscript onto the floor. Dimitri looks at the floor and sees the manuscript. He picks up the story.
I did some research. You don't need a white van to be a pedophile. Pedophilia rarely happens like they show on television. It's usually not a stranger, but someone the child knows. It's even more likely that it's a relative.
Dimitri, you know me. What did she tell you? I used to take you to the ice cream store with all the cat clocks on the wall when you were a kid. The store had glued pennies on the floor, and every time you went in, you would try to pick them up, and I would laugh every time, and you realized the pennies weren't going anywhere. I remember holding you as a baby, so small in my arms, and I could feel the pulse of your little heart beating. When you broke your arm after you fell off the monkey bars at school, who picked you up? I did. You know me. You know you can trust me.
I don't think I can.
Why not?
You're my grandfather, but she's my sister.
Why do you doubt me? Look at what she's doing to you. Why can't you look at this with reason?
I am. My reasoning is that her word is stronger because the victim's word is stronger.
So now I'm guilty and until proven innocent?
You aren't the victim here.
Quiet.
What?
Suddenly, the sound of children playing intensifies. One child runs down the spiral staircase. Sarah, the child, laughs as she runs around the living room table and out into the backyard. Both of them proceed with caution.
Sarah's here?
I'm babysitting. Don't try to paint this as something. You can stay for story time if you want.
I remember story time.
I used to tell you kids all kinds of stories. Do you remember the one about the elephant who always forgot where he put his shoes?
Yeah, I think I do. I remember you coming into my room at night. It was still a little early, and you would tell me a different story every night. I always wanted you to tell me the one about the secret stealer, a boy who could turn into a paper bird, like an owl. It was an owl because the boy would always go out at night too, and owls are nocturnal, and they don't make any sound when they fly. The boy could turn into an owl, and I can't remember what happens after that. Why can't I remember that? Why can't I remember the end of the story? I don't think I ever heard the end of the story. You would always leave early. Laura wasn't going to bed yet, and you had to tell her a story next. We shared a bedroom, though. It would have made more sense to just tell us the same story, but she always got to stay up later than me. I always wondered what kind of stories you told her, what kind of games.
Laura was really fussy. She'd always put up a fight.
My memory isn't perfect, but I remember that perfectly, specific.
Don't you remember her tantrums?
I never saw her trying to get out of bed. I was just ushered to bed, and when Grammy was alive, she would go to bed just fine. You only started to separate us at night after she died.
Don't bring your grandmother into this, Dmitri. Have some respect. Did your father not teach you anything about respect?
I'm not talking about Grammy, I'm talking about you.
My father
and...
taught me to respect my elders. I guess respect is something your father never taught you.
We're not talking about my father, we're talking about you, Newman.
No, to you grandkids.
T begins to whistle. Laura taps her finger on the table.
Enough.
When I was sleeping, you touched her, didn't you, Newman?
No one calls me Newman anymore. When I was younger, maybe, but even then, I served in Korea, so I was always addressed by my last name.
You told her to keep it a secret, didn't you, Newman?
And we always answered, yes, sir. It was for the respect of the people in power.
Why don't you look at me, Newman?
Dmitri, watch yourself when you're talking to me.
Tell me the truth, Newman.
Respect, goddammit! You call me Nunu or sir when you were talking to me, boy.
Pause. Laura stops tapping. Laura smiles as she looks at both of them. They both look at each other. Newman exits into the kitchen.
You're going to let him get away with it again.
I won't fail you.
You're just going to run away to your drugs again.
Let's talk about what Laura remembers.
She's lying to you, Dmitri. Clearly, she must have been on something. I remember when I was, when you were a kid, Dmitri. You know that memories are not as clear as they should be. I remember your grandmother and I were raised.
Stop changing the subject. You keep dancing around the topic, trying to get me to focus on something else. You want me to believe you? You're making it impossible. I think it would help me if I understood more. Talk me through this. Why would she lie?
I don't know, Dmitri. People do crazy things all the time.
What I do know is why you would want to lie. If you did it, you'd be afraid that people would find out what would happen to you.
Well, what could happen?
I don't know. People do crazy things all the time.
Re-enters with tea, places it on the table.
I have nothing to be afraid of.
Just look at me in the eyes and say it's not true.
It's not true.
Would you swear? Would you swear on Grammy's soul? If you didn't do it, swear on Grammy's soul.
I swear on Jane's life, I've never touched Laura. Are you happy?
They stare at each other. Dmitri, in a confused state, collapses into a chair.
Drink some tea.
Laura shakes her head.
Come on, drink up. It'll make you feel better.
Dmitri's lips move to the glass. Laura puts her hand on his shoulder.
Stop it.
What?
Nothing. Drink.
Was I not special?
You know you are.
What's going on?
Tea means you're special. That's what you told me.
Are you all right?
There's nothing special about the tea.
What's special about the tea?
Nothing.
Did you put something in my tea?
No, it's just tea.
He shakes Laura off him.
Drink it.
What? I'm not going to.
Why not? What are you hiding?
I'm not hiding anything. I've been completely honest with you.
Then you should have no problem proving it. Come on, drink up.
No.
It's just a little tea.
Are you on drugs?
Are there drugs in here? Did you drug my tea?
Who do you think I am, Dmitri?
Dmitri puts the cup of tea down in front of Newman.
I'm not going to leave this alone. There needs to be justice. Justice for Laura.
You have nothing.
I'm guessing you had urges, but you couldn't control them? What happened? Your wife died and you needed to seek pleasures from some other way?
I didn't do anything! You want an admittance of guilt? You want me to tell you what I did? I did nothing. I didn't force myself on her. She forced herself on me. I never touched her, not once. She was the one who did all the touching. It wasn't at night or when no one was around. She would touch me when you were in the other room, Dmitri. What were you doing? If you're such a caring person, if you were involved at all and interested in spending time with her, you could have stopped her, but you didn't.
I was asleep. I couldn't have done anything.
Sometimes you were in the other room awake. It's your fault, Dmitri.
I was a child. I didn't know.
You call that an excuse?
Now I know. I'm going to fix this.
How?
What you did is illegal. You're going to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
You think you're going to be able to get away with
The
this?
statute of limitations on child molestation in Massachusetts is only 15 years.
What does that mean?
It means there's a limit to how long I am guilty.
For a crime like that?
You're too late.
Always too late.
Now you'll feel guilty because when you could have done something, you did nothing. You're just as guilty as I am.
I'm not guilty. I don't deserve to feel guilty. You do.
Pause. Dimitri pulls out a recording device. Laura sits swinging her legs like a child.
Everyone is going to know. Statute of limitations? That's fine. The world is going to know what you did. Your whole family will shun you, and this will torture you, haunt you forever. You'll always be guilty.
Forever. Your family's going to hear this. Your daughter is going to know.
Please don't do this.
Why?
I've suffered so much. This haunts me night and day. This voice inside my head keeps me up at night telling me I'm guilty.
So what?
Why should I care?
I'm your grandfather.
You're not my grandfather.
You're a pedophile.
That's not who I am.
I don't even know you anymore.
I always have.
What kind of a person would do that?
Would do that?
You let me!
No one let you do anything.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
You've hurt everyone.
She grabs Newman by the chin, forcing him to look at her.
You hurt me. I'll always have this huge scar.
Forgive me.
You don't deserve forgiveness.
The weight of this truly settles.
I'm so sorry, Laura.
Crossing to Dimitri, she puts her hand on his heart.
I forgive you.
Really?